All right, we are live.
All right.
Woo! Oh, I see people talking about it already. I did look this up, and I was just as surprised as everyone to see these crowns popping up in the community stream over here, the live chat. What that is, it's in beta testing right now. It is a point system. It's a XP. And we were discussing it backstage, and I'm like, this isn't a damn video game. I mean, but I think what they're doing is trying to encourage more crowd participation. So I can go, there's this little community thing up there in the top right, and I can go click on it, and I can see who all, like Wigwag Workshop has 100 XP, and Bourbon Kitty has 75, and it goes on down. There's a bunch of 50s and there's some 25s. But what I was thinking though on this particular stream here is everybody's going to get a bunch of XP on here, because when we do the hashtags, there you go. You're going to get a bunch of stuff. I think it's every time you comment or post something or whatever. And it did say that it was tied to super chat, super stickers as well. But hey, we're back.
Yeah, about time.
Damn, we had a long time off. I had everything ready to go live last week. I was actually over at my work computer, but I had my laptop over there, and I was about to post the show. I was putting 6:45 in and was uploading the thumbnail to create the live stream, and bang, my power went out. And we heard awful sounds outside. It sounded like what I would imagine, Cthulhu or whatever, Cthulhu would sound like. It was just, I mean, it was just bad. And all of a sudden, boom, and we heard another big bang. And I went outside, and what had happened was a tree behind my neighbor's house across the street over here. They back up to a green belt type. It's a waterway.
Yeah,
it's hilly here, so that's a big washout slough or whatever. Where if we get a lot of rain, it washes down through there. Of course, erosion. It's going to cause trees to weaken. That type of stuff. But the tree fell and hit the wires, and then that knocked the power out. But then it broke the wires, and the rest of it fell down. Is what happened, and we were out of power for about 10 hours.
Dang.
Yeah, because I mean, I didn't. It's one of those things, and they had all their bucket trucks, and they had. I mean, I felt sorry for those guys. I mean, there's nothing they could do. It's just you had to replace all the wires between there, and that's just the way it goes.
Yep.
So
the goose. Oh man, I bet his little butt blew up.
Oh yeah. That's one way of saying it cooked his goose.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Oh boy. Now the only other time we had a big major power outage, it was at work though, back before COVID. I pulled in, and I got to work about 5:30, 6 o'clock, somewhere along in there. And I was going up, and I always went and got to the break room and got a little coffee drink or whatever. And I was going around and talking to the early risers, and bam, the power went out right as I was walking in my office. And my office had a big, huge window, and I could see across the parking lot. And I saw this flash of light, and I lunged forward right quick and looked, and I could just see sparks coming down out of one of the transformers.
Yeah.
And they later told us that a squirrel had gotten in there and had a nest in there, evidently. Had been in there several times, but finally crossed two things it shouldn't have crossed.
Yep.
And pow.
Poor little guy.
Yeah.
Cheers, Orlando. Good to see you, sir.
Yeah, people were like, "Oh, the squirrel," and I'm like, you know what? if you're gonna go, that squirrel probably had never felt anything.
Yeah, he felt a short tingle for about a half a second, and
Have a second. Yeah.
It probably blew him across the street.
Well, he was inside of the transformer.
Oh, how do you get this?
And they said that there was just a burnt spot on the inside of the transformer was all that was left.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Wig wag. That was it.
Yeah, that was it. Yep. But if you gotta go fast, I guess.
There you go. He could have got hit by a car and been flat squirrel. So
Yep.
if he's gonna go out, he's taking other people with him. I'm taking your power to you.
Oh wow, man! I mean, I got a lot of stuff here. I'm not going to really go into a bunch of details because we don't really have a lot of time. Let me go ahead and set this up because we got to get these spins going. Let me play this, and I'll get the first hashtag going, and then I can get into some other things here. There you go. All right. So the theme for tonight, I always have a theme, is going to be, I forgot to choose the show. There it is. I think if you only have one thing, it should just choose it anyway. Is things that come back or return or, all of that. So now we're back. It's been a month. So here we go. The first one on the list that I came up with was dirty laundry.
Well, at least you didn't come up with your ex.
No, she better not.
Them exes come back too. And the in-laws. There you go, Mr. Bum.
Yeah. Well, I had to come up with 10 things. And I came up with these last week. But anyway, I just got back from Arkansas for a few weeks there. And man, we cooked some good food. I can't remember. I don't think we ate out one time.
Good.
Yeah,
Much better to eat your own cooking than outdoor stuff.
I'm not saying that we got better because we were buying expensive meats and things like that, but we used the hell out of that pellet smoker.
Oh, there you go.
And let me tell y'all, out of everything we cooked, the best recipe. If you haven't heard of pepper jelly, most people probably have. I had heard of it, but I just never considered it for anything.
Yeah.
But
it's really good on lamb.
I don't really like Tabasco sauce that much as a hot sauce, but Tabasco has a branded pepper jelly.
Okay.
They have a green one, and it's mild. So if you don't need that much heat, get the mild one. And get you 2 blocks of cream cheese and don't let them soften. Pull them straight from the fridge and open them so they'll stay in a block. Mm-hmm. And then put them in like one of those little Weber pans, those little tin ones for the grill, and then smoke them for about an hour.
Yep.
On low smoke. And they'll hold their shape, but they're super soft when they come out, but they're smoky. And then pour that pepper jelly over them. And you have to heat the pepper jelly too. So you can either nuke it in a bowl or pour it in a saucepan and bring it up, where it's runny. Yeah. And then you can pour it over and just have Ritz crackers. Man, that will change your life if you haven't had that.
Yep.
That stuff is fantastic. Fantastic.
Say it ain't so, Jimmy. Man, that's the best beer that I've ever had. And they're only going to maybe one more time out with it. Dang.
Oh.
I'm definitely going to have to find some of that then.
Yeah. Dang. Well, yeah, and I bet bacon pepper jelly might work on that as well. But I wouldn't want to screw with it till, that was the original just with the pepper jelly. Mm-hmm. God, you can't stay out of it. You cannot stay out of it. Once you get into it, it is tough to let go.
Yep.
Yeah, and we had some good ribs, and we had and Jimmy and Marcel came for my birthday, and we cooked a whole bunch of stuff. It was um, I cooked stuffed brats, where you put the cream cheese and stuff in the brats,
Mm-hmm.
and smoked them, and then I had the little smokies with the bacon around them with the brown sugar on them, and smoked
Yeah.
those. I can't remember everything, but we had pulled pork sliders and a bunch of stuff. So
Yeah. Barely stuff is falling off. Well,
yeah.
yeah, I can kind of see that. Jimmy said, "Good food."
Oh man, we haven't even touched on what we're drinking tonight.
Oh yeah. I started out trying to find something that's light because I'm looking through a lot of the different whiskey and I'm going, man, well that's barrel proof. That's over 100. You know, that's 137 proof. I'm like, geez. So I settled on a Amberfeldig 12 at an 80 proofer. You know, a little light Scotch just to start out with. I haven't
Yeah,
had much thing to drink really in I don't know 3 or 4 days now.
yeah, me either. I'd like to not drool on this shirt, but I'm starting off with. I went wild turkey tonight,
Hmm.
and I'm starting off with the Long Branch,
Okay.
and it's only 86 proof, so that's my starter. And then I'm going to go to Kentucky Spirit,
Okay.
which is 101 proof, and it's the same mash bill as rare breed, but then I'm going to go to the full rare breed proof on there.
Okay.
So that's going to be my staggered or stepping it up night here.
The only ones I have are the 101, the 70th anniversary, and the rare breed. I believe it's the only ones I've got with turkey right now.
Yeah, the other thing I'm going to mention is I'm currently in process of working with a local distillery here called 710, and there's three owners together in there, and I'm doing a little short film, for them on them. It'll probably be out in August at some point. I'm not going to go like all super duper, cinematic with it or anything, but it is going to take me some time to get through because I want to get some good B roll. I want
Yeah.
it to flow, have good interview questions and all. So it'll take me a little bit, but it's going to be a part of that bourbon on the street thing, where, and every time I go, I take my bike and go.
Yeah.
So,
There you
but yeah, I have a guy that's going to help me with AV stuff. So, his kid's in wrestling right now.
go.
So
Hey, Josh.
he said a few more weeks of that and it's over, and then he'll be able to commit time. So, but I have plenty to do. I already have the segment set up for the intro and all, and I can
Hmm.
build off that as I get footage and things like that. So I've already
Cool.
started building it, and I have my settings, all ready to go. Mm. All righty then. Well, I am going to go ahead and play. Well, right now I'm going to spin. So hopefully everybody got their hashtags in, and I'm going to go ahead and present this screen, and we will see who gets the first entry for the bottle.
Awesome, Jimmy.
I got to move that.
Cheers, Lone Star.
There it is. Man, I'm rusty. I'm rusty, guys. All right, good luck,
Hmm.
all 10 peoples. Here we go. And Lori's here. Let me write her name down. Top dog.
There we go. Starting out good.
Congratulations.
Oh, and I told Bourbon Kitty that I missed when they released. I missed it by like a day and a half, almost
Oh
2
yeah,
days
the Nancy.
on the Nancy pick, and they had sold out. I mean, it was all gone. So first of this month, I'm gonna be getting that pick for her, and I believe she was wanting the rye, so I'm gonna grab that one. And I believe I want to say it's at least 5 years old now. the picks. It's either 5. It might be a 6-year bottle. I'm not sure.
All
Yeah,
right.
I know. Got to be quicker than that.
Well, hopefully this doesn't apply to everyone, but typically this is the news we get right here. The thing that comes back is the weight you just lost. So,
Yeah, I guess for most people.
well, it's kind of tough because you lose weight, and I've been losing a little bit, and but then I got to stop doing I've been losing some weight. I'm going to reward myself, you know. And yeah, so I'll eat a pepperoni pizza and get it all back again.
Well, there you go, Wigwag. Yeah, I've seen some around me. My local Specs had some, not the barrel proof, but just a regular E.H. Taylor small batch. I got it for $53. So,
Oh wow!
it's starting to show up around at fairly decent prices.
Yeah, I think we may see more of that. There's a hiccup in supply chains right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're
So
not sending any of it to Canada, so
well, I know that's what I'm saying.
more for
And so
us.
more for us, and when you have a big surplus of stuff, I mean, you might want to knock that price down just a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if everybody's getting it nowadays, then you would think that okay, if you want to charge me 120 for it, I can go right next door and get it for $50.
Yeah,
Who's going to be selling out of their stuff?
that's the only thing bad about the state I'm in. I mean, what's good about it is there's not any real gouging going on,
Yeah.
but there's also no competition.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, it's state controlled, so there you go. But I
Yep.
did find out that these distilleries can sell direct,
Oh, that'd be nice.
and I've been enjoying the heck out of that. I went all around. I've been visiting different little distilleries.
Mm-hmm.
Southern Star Distillery, the one that has the Southern Star Paragon
Mm-hmm.
bottled and bond, the one I like a lot. I went there and they're bigger. I mean, they're pretty big. These guys are really small that I'm doing first, but I'm also lining out. I had a very warm reception there. I mean, they're totally in on it, but I didn't want to start with them. But I'll probably do them after I get done with these guys.
I got you. Yeah, there, Wigwag. I'm not one for standing in line. And apparently, Oklahoma is 48th on the allocation list and doesn't get squat.
Yeah.
That's all right. Orlando just hit me up occasionally. I can probably get you a few. A Wigwag. I'm Weller all over the place down here.
Well, and Georgia gets a lot of Weller.
Don't see as much of like the 12-year and the Weller
just the
proof,
green.
that kind of stuff. But the green label, yeah, it's everywhere. And I can get it.
I can go to Georgia.
Fifth or the liter or the half gallon or whatever.
Yeah, I can get the big. I call it a big handle.
Mm-hmm.
I can get that for $30 in Georgia.
I can't get it for 30, like 40 something.
Well, I did years ago. I don't know what they may have gone up from there.
Got the bigger one here, the liter for like $40.
Yeah,
but I got that from my cousin in Michigan because he can't get it up there unless he wants to pay stupid prices for it. And I'm like, no, don't do that.
If there was a state that has CYPB at a reasonable price, I would probably take a road trip and go there.
Well, probably better off to have somebody that's close pick it up for you and then go there.
Yeah. I want to go put my hands on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, it'd probably be gone by the time you get there.
CYPB is not worth $1,200, and that's what people want for it.
Oh, heck no.
Nah.
They're swimming in the Weller 107 in small batch and Eagle Rare. Yeah. Yeah. I like the 107. It's okay. The E.H. Taylor small batch, I really like that one. I think that's just like one of your quintessential bourbons,
Mm-hmm.
If you want somebody to, what does bourbon taste like? Pour them a little splash of that. You go, it's like this.
Oh, you talking about Weller?
No, the E.H. Taylor small
Oh,
batch.
yeah. I was going to say Weller. If you want to say, hey, here's your quintessential wheated bourbon that hardly has
Yeah,
any
there you
flavor,
go.
then yeah, go right on ahead.
Exactly. Yeah, the green label. Yeah, that's a normal wheated bourbon right there.
Yep. It even says it on the bottle. I'm going to pour a little more of this one. I'm not going to get into those heavier ones yet.
Ontario is also the land of Weller and Blanton's Gold.
Yeah, I guess.
I've not tried a Blanton's Gold. I've got just a regular Blanton's, and I was unimpressed.
Yeah, me too.
So
Very unimpressed.
I have not sourced another one since. I've seen a few, but they wanted, $150 or something like that. I'm like, no. I'm not paying double MSRP for it. Forget you.
Especially not and some of the places like that, they'll have that and they'll have Eagle Rare and they'll charge $50 something for the Eagle Rare.
Yeah.
Which is overpriced for Eagle
Yeah.
Rare, but I'll even pay $65 for an Eagle Rare before I buy a Blanton's.
Yep. I think they actually raised the price on Blanton's now too. I think it was MSRP like around $55-$60, something like that, and they've kicked it up some.
The way I look at that stuff is when I would go hunting. I went with Dad my whole life. We always went to deer camp, and I was always looking for those doe hunts so I could kill a small doe because the meat's better, a smaller deer.
Yeah,
I never was interested in a bunch of horns. I don't eat the horns, and the way I look at people collecting all that Blanton's is you don't drink the pewter,
Yeah.
Ahoy, Groovy. Yeah, you don't drink the pewter horse. I mean, if you want to collect them, go for it. I mean, it each their own, but I'd rather have good juice than
I mean, some people are collectors and they'll buy it, and it just sits on the shelf and they never pop a top on it.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you see around me is open. So if you come over here, can I try that? Yeah. Can you try this one? Yeah.
I did know a guy one time that he said he never opens a bottle until he unless he can buy two.
Yeah.
And I said, well, how do you know what you got? Well, he's not really a drinker. He does it to have it as a showpiece. And he always gets his hands on really allocated, really expensive stuff. Yeah. And he just has it in there for show. And I'm like, yeah, but if I come over to your house and see it,
No, you can't try that one.
No.
That's never been open. Dang, $77 for Blanton's Gold.
Dang, that's pretty good. I mean, still overpriced, way overpriced. But
yeah, but I might spend that once just to try it, and to have it on the shelf so I can have other people try it. It's mainly the thing, or to send out a sample of it. I mean, I was looking as everything was scrolling past on the opening thing there. I'm like, wow, we have sent out quite a bit of different whiskeys.
Oh yeah, there was something happened today. I was going to lunch and I knew it was going to rain. I could hear the rain outside, so I rode my bike to lunch and back because I knew that's about the only time I was going to get to ride today. And I pulled up, and you know how you're on there are certain intersections, and I mean this is not a pedestrian area. This is a very out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, I don't know where this guy was walking from. He was walking, and this is like just a bunch of lawns and a T section in the road and all that kind of stuff. Well, there's a fence over here to the left, and I'm trying to make a left turn. So when I pulled forward, I pulled all the way forward and kind of angled back that way a little bit so that I could see around that fence. And I could see way down that way, but I need to see so somebody doesn't T-bone me when, I pull out. And this dude was walking and he gets up and starts walking real slow in front of me and stops. And then starts throwing his hands up and he's saying a bunch of stuff. And finally I went, I can't hear you. It's like, I don't know what you're saying. Top dog, I got you. And
Thank you, Top Dog.
So
Appreciate you.
oh yeah, I got to write Lori down too. I forgot about that. Let's see, I got to spin too. Let me write these down right quick because Lori's in there as well. All right, spin time. But anyway, I was like, I can't hear you, and finally I lifted my screen, my face shield up, and he was, I could barely hear him. You know, I've got a showy helmet. I mean, it's got a lot of padding in it. It reduces all the noise, you know,
Yeah.
wind noise and everything. And finally, I jerked my face shield down, and I said, I cannot fucking hear you. So he just threw his hands in the air. Peter White.
There we go.
I guess he was trying to get on to me because I pulled too far forward.
Yeah,
And
blocking his
didn't
progress.
really
You know, he couldn't just take his sweet time and walk behind you. You know.
Oh, right, because the motorcycle's 15 feet long, right?
Exactly. You know, that's too far out of the way there. My goodness.
But there's no crosswalk there. You know, like I said, this is in the middle of like nothingness.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the next thing that typically a lot of times comes back is bad habits. All right. We can kick them for a while, but
Yep.
they tend to resurface. All right. We got that. Now I'm going to play this. It's my week. It's my week. I'm giving away the samples. So here we go. All right, so I'm probably gonna I'll come up with something real clever for that, or you can have input if you win. Right now, these are the samples are super chat super sticker only. You get the same entries. You get 2 entries for every $1. You get the same entries to the bottle giveaway, but you also get those entries to tonight's spin. So whether you win the samples tonight or not, you're still in for the bottle giveaway in July. The next giveaway is July 24. So we have time to build up enough entries.
Okay. Quick question for you, or get with me later after the screen. The samples that I was supposed to send out for Lori, but I'm not sure which one. Because there's a couple of them.
She told me she didn't receive them. Yeah, I'll make sure I get you the right Lori.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought I did.
I didn't send it out this time because I was like, well, I don't know. I'm not sure which Lori to send it to. Actually, I just wrote down Lori.
Okay, yeah, and I see Mrs. Lori J down there. But yeah, I'll get you the right Lori. Yeah, so now we know why. And yeah, I thought I got you that, but I was trying to pack. I was trying to get on the road.
Yeah, we got a little off because of this last month, so we'll get back on schedule here.
And once I got on the road and was heading to Arkansas, I tried to forget all you motherfuckers for a few weeks. Now I just tried to focus on family and have a good time, you know.
There you go.
And just let the brain relax and all
and
that.
That's why I didn't get a hold of you or send you a text or nothing else. I figured taking a vacation, which means a vacation. You get away from everything.
Man, it's so nice too to just let it all decompress. I mean, I still had some things to do with work, but it was simple stuff. Nothing major came up, which now I can say it out loud without knocking on wood because it's over with. But I still have to go in and approve time off and approve purchase orders, and things like that. But that little stuff takes a few minutes. But I was only really off work for 1 week. I was doing work the week before my birthday and the week after, but I was still remote. I was, in a remote location. So I didn't have all my whole double monitor set up with my laptop on a docking station. I just had the laptop. I was working off it and my phone.
Yeah.
But it was super nice.
Well, yeah, you can pour a little something else now.
Man, I did get
on your kick.
I was riding. I was just cruising around, and I'd bought this cheap old helmet online, and it was DOT, but it didn't have all the other certifications on it. And, I know, don't trust your brain to China, but anyway, I was that's what I had, and I was riding along, and the padding on the inside, I had taken it out of the helmet because I was going to get a Cardo system, and I was
Okay.
looking to see how to route like, could I do this myself and route
Mhm.
the JBL speakers and the microphone and all that. And then when I put the padding back in it, it was such a cheap piece of crap that the padding wouldn't go back in right. And
Oh no.
so it was all loose. And so as I was riding down the road, there's this like plastic thing that goes up in the front of the helmet that holds like like on the roof of your car on the inside, it's soft.
Yeah, headliner.
Yeah, headliner thing. And all of a sudden it goes flip, and I couldn't see shit.
That's not good.
And I was trying to hang it on my glasses, and I jerked that thing up, and I was pulling over to the side of the road, and I threw my flashers on, and I was trying to adjust that thing. And have you ever seen that meme with like the three little owls? And two of them are sitting there looking normal, and the one in the middle's like, like
Yeah.
that. And it said there's always one in the bunch or something.
Yeah.
And I was riding down the road, and I found a cycle gear shop like about 1.25 miles from where I was, because I was way on the other side of town. And I've got the thing propped on my glasses, and I'm riding with my helmet over to the side, riding down the road, trying to see. And because if you can't see, it's hard to ride a motorcycle.
Sure enough.
But I made it to cycle gear. I pulled in, I took the helmet off. I went in and I said, I'm here to buy a helmet. And I wasn't even going to get the Cardo. But he's like, hey, if you buy a helmet worth this much money, I'll knock $80 off of a Cardo system. So I got the Freecom 4X, and because it has voice command.
Oh, okay.
The 2X works the same, but it doesn't have voice commands on it. And so I got the 4X, and you can have up to 4 riders on the 4X, so you can connect. And it does the longer distance. You can be up to 1 mile from each other and still talk and all that on comm.
That's pretty cool.
So I was looking and I was like, well, I don't know if I want to spend that much on a helmet. I used to ride with the Shoei or Shoei, however you want to say it.
Shoei is how I always pronounce it.
Yeah. And I said, I don't know if I want to spend those prices, but lo and behold, I have an odd shaped head. And there's so many helmets out there that are narrow. They're long and narrow, like an egg shape. And my head is like round. I have to have that round shell. And it wasn't the padding in the other helmets. It was the damn plastic hitting my head.
Oh.
Yeah. And there was no way to stretch that.
Yeah.
It was the shell hitting me. So finally I found a Shoei helmet, and it was definitely enough money to get the money off the Cardo. So
yeah, for sure.
I spent way too much money on that, but I feel better now.
Mm-hmm.
And that helmet is way so much more quiet. And I have a drop down visor, the sun visor on the inside. Oh man, that is, if there's that's like the best thing about the helmet for me. Because I was riding, and I would go riding about 4 in the afternoon or whatever, 4:30, and it stayed light till, well, of course time is staying lighter later, but I would have to come home about 7, pop my shaded visor off, and put my clear one on.
Yep.
And now I can just reach up there and go flick, and it goes shoom, and it's on the inside of the visor, and it has what they call a pin lock system in it, which is another shield that goes inside of your face shield that creates a barrier in there. It's sealed off, and it won't fog up at all.
Fog up on you. Okay.
Now my glasses still will get a little, foggy, but I can look over my glasses, and that's clear.
Yep. Well, thank you for letting us know there, Fulton. Appreciate that.
All right. but yeah, I mean, I've got my bike about where I want it right now. I posted a little short. I hooked up a Atlas throttle lock on there for like a poor man's cruise control
Yep, I
type
saw
thing.
that.
All right,
Looked
cool.
like
All
it
right,
worked
let
well.
me spin this thing. I haven't seen Big Daddy H tonight. I hope everything's all right with them. I'll have to reach out. I didn't talk to them last night at all.
Oh, it's been a month since you've been on. He's forgotten about it now.
Yeah. Boom, Jimmy's random content. All right. Bam.
Hey, Woody. Good to see you there, Woody's Garage.
Let me set this next one up.
Man, hot and humid here today. I mean, well, wasn't that hot, but factor in the humidity because we had a pretty good little rainstorm come through here yesterday. Luckily, I didn't get any really any hail out of it, just some pea-sized stuff.
Depending on what channel you turn it on, it could be a bunch of Seinfeld. They just keep coming back. TV
Mm-hmm.
rerun.
Oh yeah,
We watched a lot of Gunsmoke when I
yep.
was in Arkansas. They got the smart TV. They got them a new TV, and it's a Roku TV,
Yep.
and so they got all of those Roku channels and everything in there, and a lot of them are like it'll be the Gunsmoke channel. Like that's all they play. It's just episode after episode after episode.
Um, who is that? Grapologist. I believe he's at the first letter wrong. It's supposed to be an R. Or you're on the last one. I think he may be behind.
Oh yeah, well yeah Reru. I think he probably saw that and thought rehab and put behab.
I think he might be
Yeah, that's
a bit
bad
off.
habit. Yeah. Now we're on rerun now. Yeah, Reru.
Hmm.
Just
That's
out
not
of just to tickle myself, I'm gonna look at this community tab over here and see who's getting XP. Hell, there's Bourbon Kitty, Wigwag, Fulton, and Bourbon Kitty, Sugar Kitty, Bourbon Kitty, Wigwag, and Fulton all have 100 XP. I have no idea what that means, but there you go.
Cheers, Chris Jenkins.
I'm back.
Good to see you, sir.
For better or worse, I'm back.
I need to find a bottle of the new 8-year age-stated Wild Turkey that came out. I just haven't seen one yet.
Yeah, Marty was here earlier. Is Marty still around? I haven't seen.
I haven't seen him for a little while.
Yeah, he probably just dive bombed us. I need to reach out to him. I got something I want to talk to him about, but he said, "Oh no, I failed to number 2."
And no worries. Oh, now he's found a number 3.
Yeah. So who is number 1? Oh, I know why. I know why.
No idea.
Oh no. Oh, Bourbon Kitty got 125 XP now. So I think once you hit 1,000 XP or something, you're probably the most powerful chatter in the world or something. I don't know.
Well, I thought you said it gives you points for like
supers and stuff.
And
yeah, but Top Dog shot to number 1 on that, but we've been going, and Top Dog said got somewhere to be tonight. So here's my super chat. So once that was done, fell off, and now people are overtaking. So I don't know. I'm just interested to watch it. It said beta, So
yeah.
I think Bourbon Kitty is just chatty.
Well, he also has got the show comments on stage as beta too. I mean,
yeah, but if I do that, what it is, instead of us being able to bring something up, I think when someone makes a new comment, like if I say hiya, see it goes up down in that bottom corner down there,
Okay. Yeah.
and anything new, then it'll keep a little scroll going of that. See,
Yeah.
like Kathy Bates pops up, but I'm gonna write her down here, Kathy.
Yeah, but on the screen it doesn't really.
Now it doesn't show; it just shows that. That's why I don't use it
Yeah.
because it's not really useful.
Yeah, it's not. All right, here I'll turn it off. Well, you got it.
Oh, I got it. Yeah. No, I tried it earlier before you even joined, and it was skunky looking, so I turned it off.
Yep. Don't blame you.
I don't go up. What? Kathy doesn't have a crown.
Yeah.
Kathy has a star. What's Kathy's star? Oh, that's showing that it's at that. Yeah, why didn't Kathy get points?
I don't know.
Huh.
There's that beta aspect of it kicking in. They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, that's why I don't trust it. Yeah, I guess.
I wouldn't even know where to look.
Oh, I can see it because I'm the owner of the channel. It's on the chat at the top. You know how in your chat box you can go up to the top and you got those three dots and you can pop out chat and change. You know that's there's a community up there. It says
Oh,
community and it's got a picture of a crown on it. And if I click on that, it shows like it doesn't even match what's on the screen either. Because I can
weird.
click on it and it says Bourbon Kitty's number one, Sugar Kitty's number two, Wigwag's number three. Then it's got Fulton, Jimmy, Groovy, Josh, Fritz. You know, it just keeps going.
Yeah.
Uh, but and it shows arbitrary XP numbers beside their name. So I think it's just something for us to coffee table talk about when we have a lull. Yeah, top three with a crown. Yeah, if you ever hit number one, two, or three, it gives you a little crown and that's it.
Hmm.
But
Okay. Yeah. All right, Tim. I have
so
no idea.
I don't even. I mean, beta, but Kathy should have jumped to the list. And
You would think so.
when I scroll all the way through it, I don't even see Kathy Bates' name. It shows me through 21.
Wow.
Huh. Oh well. I don't know. Well, I'm not going to use it for anything, but it's just there for, I guess, glam points or something. I don't know. So
Oh, well,
until
thanks
they
for it.
until they explain to me what the true use of it is, I'm going to ignore it. Oh, did I miss a spin?
Not yet, I don't think.
7, No, okay. We're right on time. Here we go. I got to present. All right. Here it is. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. And boom, Mr. Mom.
Here we go. Congratulations, Orlando. So far, new winner every time.
The new winner every time. Yeah, let's go on ahead and jinx that right quick.
Mm-hmm.
We love to jinx it.
It's possible, but we'll see.
All right, let me set this next one up. The hell, I can't. Oh, okay.
It's the NSA spying. Very possible. Or the FBI, CIA.
All right, the next one
Homeland
is
Security.
Final Records.
There you go.
They made a comeback, you know,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of. I mean, shoot, boy, I tell you this, a vinyl record player. I had one when I was a kid, and we probably got it on green stamps or something for a half a book. I mean, it wasn't very expensive. And nowadays, if you want a vinyl record player, them son of a bitches are hundreds of dollars.
Wow.
Because they don't just give you a vinyl record player. It has to be a digital thing and you can turn your vinyl records into MP3s and you can offload them, and
Yeah. No, I mean, I got a stack. I mean, just gobs of albums. But the problem is I had them stored in a couple of big boxes in this one workshop, and the workshop in the wintertime sprung a leak, and there was like this much water through the whole bottom of the workshop. And so everywhere, all the albums got wet and then stuck together. If they didn't have the plastic covering the album cover, a lot of them stuck together. And the vinyl's still good, but the album art and everything else, a lot of that's just so I'm like, what am I going to do with them?
Look at this. Look at this. This is something. You know why? Why?
Really?
The only reason cassette tapes are making a comeback is because the people that want to, I guess, retro that shit never lived through the pain of your tape player eating half your tape and you having to pull it out and then wind to get it back, in there.
Cut out the bad part and tape it together.
Yeah, and all that junk. Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that, Fulton. Will do. Yeah. See, the bad part was we started out with 8 tracks and vinyl, and then we went to cassette tapes. So we all bought cassette tapes, or at least our generation.
And then CDs. And
then we had to get rid of our CDs or cassette tapes to go to CDs, and then MP3. And then you didn't need either one of them because you could have it all on your phone, if you had enough storage space.
Yeah, Kathy, I always had I played golf here and there, and I would keep their little stubby pencils they give you at the golf, course, and I would stick those in there and twist and twist and twist. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure, Mr. Mom. Set by the on your boom box with a double cassette thing there, waiting for the song to come on radio and then hit record.
Yep, hit record. Yeah. Hey, that was that was way better though than trying to connect to the down internet and then go to Napster and try to download.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and then you get your computer all hacked and covered up with all kinds of junk that you didn't need.
Well, and there was no way to replay the songs back then except on that computer, right? Mm-hmm. So you had to have a way to either burn them, and I would burn them off to a CD.
Right? Yeah, you burn it onto a CD.
And then I had a CD player in the car, and I listened to some Kenny Chesney because I just did a bunch of that. Well, it wasn't just him, but it was I went through I don't know, I can't remember all their names now, but it was Alan Jackson, Kenny Chesney. It was the
Kenny G.
Troubadour, what's his name? A bunch of them. I can't think of all their names right now.
Yeah.
Well, right now my ride list, because I have YouTube Premium, so I have premium music there, and I use Waze app on my bike.
Yeah.
So when I ride and I can hit that YouTube Premium music and just shuffle my playlist, man, I've got Leonard Skinner, CCR, the Eagles, Ozzy Osbourne, Rat, Motley Crue. I mean, I've got just all the old stuff, on there that I grew up on in my heyday, and and stuff I learned to play on the guitar. And that's I just shuffle through all that.
Yeah, I've had Apple tunes for many years now, so I've got a huge collection of stuff on Apple, and I can just hit shuffle, and it'll play days worth of music, weeks worth of music. It's awesome.
Oh, and all of these songs in my library are downloaded to my phone. Like that, but you can't do anything with them except for inside of YouTube Music.
Yeah.
But if I lose cell signal, my music keeps playing.
There you go. I get the same thing with the iTunes on my phone.
Yeah.
I can lose, cell signal or whatever. That still got, thousands of songs on the
Oh,
phone.
yeah. You can do the same thing with Spotify, YouTube Music, Apple iTunes. Yeah, all of it. They all work
Yeah.
about the same.
Well, I had Spotify for a while, but then they keep wanting to, they'll play a few decent songs and then ads. And then they'll play another few decent songs and then ads. And I'm like, oh, heck with this.
Oh, yeah. That Leonard Skinner. Yep.
Well, yeah, I went through probably 2 or 3 Zeppelin 4 albums on cassette. Just wore them out.
Yeah, and for me, I went because I was trying to hurry and put a bunch of stuff in my library just to ride the bike, and I just downloaded like Eagles greatest hits, Leonard Skinner greatest hits, CCR greatest hits, and then I was choicey about Ozzy and I choicey about Rat and Cinderella, but I just put Molly Crew greatest hits on there.
I didn't know cassettes came out first because, the first stuff I remember hearing in the car, Dad had no Pontiac and it had an 8-track player in it. I remember hearing, like Jim Croce and Ray Charles and, stuff like that.
Oh, the 8-track. Yeah. Because it only had 4 tracks and you had to then flip it,
Mm-hmm.
And we had Dad and I, or his truck, he had Willie and Waylon and stuff like that in it,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the 8-track. Now, you could take an 8-track and hit it with a ball peen hammer and put it in there and it would play.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they were tough, man. They weren't playing around back then. I've still got a bunch of CDs.
Yeah, the 8-tracks we had, if we were driving down the road and Dad had to slam on his brakes, all the 8-tracks would slide out from under the seat.
Yep.
Uh,
I bet Sugar Kitty had 8 tracks.
Quadraphonic 8-track. I don't know. This one here, the 8-track player we had, of course, it was wired into the speakers in the truck, which was barely, speakers from the AM FM radio, but it had these 2 metal things came down to hold the 8-track in place. And that was it. It was under the dash mounted 8-track. So it didn't come in the truck, Yeah.
I think I remember back in the day, I had a gold plated CD of The Wall, the double CD of The Wall.
Oh, Pink Floyd.
One. Yeah, Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked all that back in, the 80s and stuff. I was listening to Pink Floyd and Zeppelin and, Eagles and a bunch of other odd and stuff, along with a lot of country too, because I lived in Kentucky. So,
Yeah,
it's obligatory, listen to Hank Jr. and George Jones and, all kinds of different country artists.
Oh, yeah, the briefcase tape holders.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we had the little portfolio that had all the
CDs in it. Yeah. Got one of those sitting right over there, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Got all kinds of weird CDs in it.
All right, it's time to spin again. I try to spin a little early.
There you go. Yeah, that's a good tune.
All right, good luck, everybody. This is for one entry to the bottle giveaway on July 24. That is a Fraley pick. Josh Fritz.
Nice. Another new winner. Yeah, I remember that wigwag. The Crago car stereo from Kmart and Walmart.
All right. Hey, here's what I'll do. Mark, isn't it odd we haven't had a repeat winner yet?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, right, Sugar Kitty. Yeah. Thing, CDs and the 8-tracks, after a while, they get dirty and nasty, and they would just start eating your tapes up. You had to put in the cleaner head thing.
Bell-bottom jeans.
Oh, bell-bottom blues.
That's it right there. Bell-bottom jeans. They made a comeback. I don't know. Are they still a comeback or were they a comeback?
I've seen some, but I haven't seen a whole lot of people wearing them.
I know it was over the past like 10 years or whatever, or 15 or whatever. I'm getting old. The older I get, the farther shit gets out of hand.
Yep. I've seen that a little bit. Haven't seen a lot of mullets. Thank goodness.
A few. I've seen a few.
Oh, Dark Side of the Moon came out
But
on there.
they're different types of mullets.
Yeah.
Some of them aren't as full.
This is not a mullet.
No.
Just to say. I am finally throwing it out.
If you can go pigtails, it's not a mullet.
Yeah. Well, mine starts here and goes back. So, bangs here are that long. So
Mine starts here and goes down.
yeah.
That's all I got. Mullet mohawk was around. Oh yeah. I remember that. Yeah, but it was short on top, but it got long in the back, and it was shaved on the sides. But they didn't have like a mohawk like a big one.
Oh yeah,
But it
the
was
big
like a
mohawk.
little like a strip, and then it got long in the back. I remember that.
Yep. Mine was either short or long. There was really no in between for me.
Yep. Well, I'm getting sick of this, but I got me a switchblade comb to go. It's a little bitty comb, like extended. It's about that long. So, and I put it in my motorcycle jacket pocket because the helmet, when I put it on, it has that chin, like, hammock or whatever.
Yep.
And then when I get off my bike, I'm like, And then
Everything's all pushed up, looking goofy.
I comb it out. Yeah.
Yeah. I cut about 3 inches off of mine recently and then trimmed all the side stuff off. So it's a little more manageable now. But I'm really bad about trimming because if I go to trimming, I usually want, it's too short here, now it's too short here, now it's too short here, and then it's all gone.
I tell you what, I'm kind of digging this though. I've never. I grew my beard out pretty long one time, but this is longer than even it was.
Oh yeah, right, Kathy.
But I had a whole beard.
I've had a full beard a couple of times. Well, I mean, like where this is actually grows out too, but this tends to come out this way and not go this way.
Hey, I never complained about a mullet. The only mullet I ever complained about was Billy Ray Cyrus back when he was doing "Achy Breaky Heart." That was the only one.
They wore that song out too, though.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the Beehive. Oh man, there were women taking. There was a Beehive thing. They could take this cardboard thing and they would wrap their hair all around it, and they would leave the cardboard in there all night.
Yeah. Make it look a little taller.
All right, time to pour the next one. Kentucky Spirit. Here we go.
All right. You do that. I'm going to go to I had that wild turkey. I went to a Glen Scotia for my Irene Tam.
You got to scotch it.
Yeah, I'm a little scotchy. I go back and forth.
Yeah.
I drink a little scotch, drink a little Kentucky.
And to let you know how long this thing's been on the shelf, that's what mine looks like.
Wow, that's an old label.
That's an old one right there.
Jeez. I don't even have a Kentucky Spirit on the shelf. I got a rare breed.
I bought it at the same time as my other rare breed, and then I finished the rare breed off and bought another one. And that one was still the original because I didn't know when I bought them. That was a long time ago. And I was getting into it and I was like, these taste exactly the same, except one will screw you up faster.
Yep.
And that's when I found out, they're the exact same mash bill.
I remember the Aquanet from the 80s. Man, you talk about that's probably what screwed up the ozone layer back then. It wasn't the Freon and all that. It was the Aquanet.
Aquanet. I remember seeing damn 80s videos, the glam rock,
Hmm.
era,
Oh
and
yeah.
girls like spraying, and you could see it was an Aquanet can they were spraying.
Oh yeah. That was the one. That's the one you needed right there. Was that Aquanet?
Aquanet. All right, I'm gonna go.
Greg wants to know what Rick House your Kentucky Spirit is.
Oh shit. Jeez. Um, F.
Warehouse F. Okay. I don't think that's the one.
Oh no, Rick House. Rick number 22. Well, stored in warehouse F on Rick number 22.
Okay.
Oh,
Warehouse
was
F.
bottled 10/24/19.
Oh, back in 19. Wow.
Yeah.
You got to start drinking more.
Sure, look, I got plenty. I just, I just didn't go back to it,
Yeah.
because when I went to go to it, I would go to Rare Breed
Hmm.
because
Basically the same thing, except it's
let
just
me get the
slightly
full
better proof.
flavor. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow, Peter.
Oh shit.
He's got the old. He's got the old turkey bottle, the old feather bottle. That is an old one.
Man, I knew somebody that got their hands on a whole bunch of uh the God damn it. Let me think of Four Roses, the old stuff.
Yeah.
Aquanet.
Yeah, Aquanet was
Oh
a good
yeah, yeah,
firefighter.
yeah. The
Also
other
worked
thing
really
was
good in a potato launcher. Potato
off
cannon.
spray too. We were in we got in trouble. I almost got kicked
Bottle.
out of church camp one time. We were in at camp and we thought it would be funny because our camp door was screened and then we had a wood door that closed. And we were supposed to have been lights out. So we had the door open and we had the lights out, but the screen was closed. And the counselors would walk around and kind of check to make sure, they didn't hear anything and we were sleeping. Of course, we were not.
Yes.
But I put a match in the between the screen and the wood, on the door.
Hmm.
And I saw the counselor go and he stopped and then he looked again. He started to go on, then he came back and looked again and he started walking toward our door like he could see something, in there, like our wooden door wasn't closed. And right when he went to get up there, I struck another match and lit that match. And
Yeah.
then I sprayed bug repellent through there. Whoa, and it looked like a
Yeah.
big dragon. Yeah, we almost got kicked out of camp for that. And I was like, don't call my dad. Don't call my dad.
Russell Singleborough, 2014. Nice. Oh, Camp Nelson too. Excellent. I bet that's a tasty bottle.
2025.
Come on down here, Marty. I'll give you a hug, brother.
Yeah.
Good to see you. Cheers.
Yeah, Marty, I'm going to send you an email soon. I got something to discuss with you on a project I'm doing. See if you may have some interest in it. It's here in North Carolina.
And that's good with a cigar.
I wish I could smoke a cigar in here.
That's why I got that big vent up here in the ceiling. So it's just all the smoke just kind of goes up and out the ceiling and outside.
If I could smoke a cigar in here, I would probably run out of cigars faster.
Yeah, but you got a pretty good selection of them, though.
I do. I've got a couple hundred in there.
I don't have anywhere close to that. I probably got about 35, 40, somewhere in that range.
I may only have about, 150 left or whatever.
Cheers, Oak and Agave. Good to see you, brother.
Hey. But I have to keep a certain level of cigars in there because, otherwise it'll over humidify.
Oh, gotcha.
If you put 2 cigars in a 350, they're going to over humidify. You got to have
It doesn't just maintain that humidity
Well, it
level.
does, but you need that filler. A lot of filler, and that's why the what they call seconds or whatever. They come out with those so you can buy them
That's
and
what this
fill
is.
fill your shelves up, and
Yep.
then you can throw some nice ones in there,
Hmm.
and then that helps regulate the environment.
I
And
got
it's
you.
time to spin. I'll
Yeah,
let that one get away from you.
I've got some good factory seconds in mind that I really enjoy. They're nice light ones, Connecticut wraps and stuff like that. And then
Oh
I
yeah,
got some Olivia, and then I got one Cuban in there that is
Captain Bates.
Kathy Bates. Congratulations. I got one
I'll tell
Cuban
you
in there
what.
that I'm still waiting for it to come back into order, and it's been in the humidor now for months. And
How
it's just
odd is
still
it?
way too dry.
Yeah, how odd is it that we haven't had a repeat winter tonight?
It's pretty dang odd, but
Mm-mm.
sometimes it takes till like the last couple before we started getting repeaters.
Now, if you don't believe this one, try it tomorrow. Go out and find a brick wall, and as hard as you can, throw a ball at it. A ball bounced off of a wall will come back to you.
Well, it'll come back. It may not come back to you,
Well, it'll come back off
and
the wall.
definitely will come back.
Yeah, the BBJS is over. We are on wall now. All
Hashtag
right,
peace
so
noise.
the sample giveaway tonight is coming up here in about 30 minutes. We've got Top Dog Lori and Kathy Bates in there right now.
All right. And what are you thinking about including in your samples this time?
Well, I'm thinking that, well, it depends. And I'll say this. And if someone doesn't want it, that's fine. But I was going to send them the three because they're kind of pricey. And if you want to try them, it's a good opportunity to try them.
Mm-hmm.
Is the rabbit hole?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the
Well, like
high
a
gold Cavill and Derringer,
Derringer.
and the Derringer's like $85, plus.
Mm-hmm.
So the other ones are over 50. I mean, that would give you a good opportunity to try a rabbit hole if you
There you go.
haven't had it. You want to try them side by side, or maybe you've had it but you haven't compared them back to back, type thing. It would give you a good chance for that. But if that's not your cup of tea, boom, I can send some EH Taylor small batch bottled and bond. I still have some still Austin. I still have shit. I still have some Elijah Craig 18 year. I still have
Oh,
Heaven's
I've not
Door
tried that one.
Ascension. I still have a bunch of stuff over here. I've got all the 1792s. Well, I don't have the foolproof,
Mm.
but I've got small batch, single barrel, sweet wheat, and no, I do have the foolproof. Which one do I not have?
Bottle and bond.
Bald and Bond. That's the one I don't have. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the regular one, and then the bottle and bond, and the sweet wheat, and a foolproof, and a
And I
pick.
could put together some odd ones. Like, hey, I want to try something I've never had before.
Mm-hmm.
I've got stuff from Connecticut, from New England. I've got, I'm not saying they're great. They're unique,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, I could send all kind of stuff.
Dang, Kathy, why did you let him do that for? That moonshine was really good.
Oh yeah.
But it depends on which one. Now, the one from Florida, that one was superb. That was a really good moonshine. The one from Kentucky was, if you like corn, you'd like that one. I don't remember which ones I included in your samples. Yeah, Okanagan. It's the thing between me and Kathy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cream shot. Yeah.
He liked the 100.
Oh, you know what? And if someone really sweet talk me, I may include some Rebecca Creek in there.
Okay, this was just not this one. This was the sweet potato shine. That's local down the road from me.
No copper shot.
Copper shot, yeah, but it's sweet potato shine. It's stupid good. It really is.
Mm.
It's got such a unique flavor to it. It's quite tasty. I need to pick up another bottle of that. It's downtown in Bastrop.
Mm.
So I need to go get that one. But then I have one from Kentucky, and then I have some from Florida that a friend of mine down there sent me. His buddy is the one that distilled that, and it is really good. It's 100 proof, but it drinks like about 80 proof, and it's really good. It's not corn forward. It's quite tasty.
Oh, thank you, Kathy. Yeah, I had to hurry up and get back earlier because it started to rain, and I didn't want to get my hair wet.
Mm-hmm.
But I also have, and like I said, I have some Rebecca Creek left. I have also the J. Riegers out of Kansas City, and if you haven't tried that, you don't know what you're missing.
Oh, you mean the
Kansas City whiskey?
No, the Rebecca Creek, the Spanish oak one.
Yeah, I have that. Yep.
Okay.
I have a lot of it actually. I have about a third of a bottle left on it. Yeah.
Well, that's good because there ain't no more out there.
Nope, that's it.
What you got is what there is available.
I may have to do that as a special giveaway.
Yeah, I've got right. Let's see, right there.
Your shirt matches your shoes. Yeah.
I got a couple of bottles of that are open, and one of them's like a 123-ish proof, and the other one's like a 128.
I've heard of the blackout bourbon. Have you had? There's a.
I haven't.
Wait. No, I guess. Well, I have not had it. No.
Oh, no, Black Bottom. I
remember seeing something about blackout. Man, it's been a month.
I possibly have blacked out on bourbon before, but
oh yeah.
Not that one specifically.
Buff turkey.
Oh yeah, buff turkey is the thing nowadays. There's some bottles of that are going around that are on the secondary are selling for $1,000.
Oh shit. Well, I'll tell you something that was just cheap as fuck. Get Wild Turkey 101 and mix it with Fireball, and you have yourself a turkey balls. and that'll work right there.
There you go, Rudy. That's still awesome, right?
Still awesome rye is yummy. But turkey balls is something you're just getting messed up with.
Sounds like Jaeger bombs.
It kind of is. Because, the Fireball hides the burn of the turkey.
Mm-hmm.
And it's what you give yokels in Arkansas so they don't know they're getting the 101.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden everyone's like all in love with each other. Like, man, if you ever need me, you call me. You make sure you call me first and all that shit. And then the next day, everybody's like, what the hell did I say last night?
Yep.
Yeah, that's turkey balls.
One of my favorite mixes back in the day was Wild Turkey 101 and 7-Up. But I would pour ice in a mason jar, the big wide mouth mason jars, like I give you for your mug. And I would put ice about halfway with ice, and then about 2 fingers of turkey, and then 7-Up on top of that. That was my mix. Boy, it was good stuff. But it's been many years since I've had it that way.
No, I was thinking of something else. No, I have not had the blackout. I just Googled it right quick. It looks fantastic, but
do you have that mug I made you?
Yeah, it's right behind me.
Somewhere handy?
Yep, right here.
Oh, there it is.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go. Ogre check that thing out. That's the nickel silver, isn't it?
Yep. Because it's the one I requested. I wanted the nickel. Yeah. And remember, the jar broke, and I finally got another jar to go in it. And
There you go. Now that's your redneck beer stein right there, son.
That's it, baby, right there.
Yeah, I need to make up some more of those. I can use some argon for my TIG rig so I can weld up a few more of those.
Oh, and it's like hand beaten too. It's like it's got the texture to it. Yeah.
It's all hand hammered. Ball peen hammer. You can go at it.
Oh, it's time to spin.
Agreed, Peter White. That sweet wheat I got one bottle and hardly ever go to that bottle.
I don't know. Are we going to have a repeat winner on this one? Let's see.
Thanks, Open Gavi.
Peter
White.
Plus one. Look at there. We got a +1.
About time.
We're going to draw again. Are we going to get another one? Oh, that's Lori +1. And now
we're going to spin again.
Now it's +2 on the next person.
Okay.
So Lori got an entry, and whoever gets this is +2. Sugar Kitty. That's the first win.
Is that his first win, really?
Yeah, but Sugar Kitty.
I got you, Ben.
+2, got 3 on that, right?
Oh, but Ben, you just missed it. He was day late, $1 short. Story of my life.
Well, we got another one right here. Hang on.
We'll get you in there, though, Ben. No worries.
I got to mark that one off. Hang on. Okay. Well, these last 3 are pretty obvious what they are.
Man, I can't wait to get another bottle of that Irene Tan pick.
An Echo.
An Echo. I think that the sweet will be available there. Well, you're really not missing much.
Hug mark.
Everybody's a hug mark. Come on, it's a thing to do nowadays, you know.
Hell, where have we been? We've been gone a while. I was honestly, man, we were going to go live last week and power just.
Well, that guy went on vacation for 3 weeks, but then a rainstorm affected it, the nearest tree in his neighborhood.
It wasn't even
knocked it down on the power line, so he had no power, no internet, nothing for like 12 hours.
Gave up its ghost in the middle. I mean, it was a little bit windy, a little. Yep. I'm talking teens, though, not 60-mile-per-hour wind. This tree was probably ready to go. And it went.
Well, was it on the edge of the creek bank?
Like sort of, yeah. It was kind of where it starts sloping down because their house across the street, it looks like a 1-story, but it's a split. You know, it's got the 2 stories in the back, and it's steep back there. And that.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, it was
in New Mexico Monday. Where are you going there, Okanagan? There's all kinds of places to go.
Hey, make sure you make it again.
That was wrong, man. Just wrong.
Oh, thank you, Fulton. Yep. I'm 56 now, so they're as happy as they can be.
56? Oh, you got ahead of me again.
I did. Just by a little.
Yeah. A few months, you know. Not a big deal. Right.
Cartel pickup. What?
Well, he said he's going to Mexico, you know, so.
Yeah. Yeah, just make sure you can get back in. Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you got your passport with you, you know, so you're not looking like an illegal or something. They won't let you in.
Don't end
Which
up.
Reminds me, I need to update my passport. I ain't had a updated passport since the early 90s.
Yeah. I think mine's 8 out of 10 years right now.
Oh, wow. Mine's way past that date, so it shouldn't be that bad to update it. I need to get one for me and my wife because I'm thinking about heading down to the islands sometime soon.
I may only be 7 years in. I may have 3 years left because, you know, you get a passport, it's 10 years.
Yeah.
And I can't remember quite. I think this is my 8th year here at this company coming up. So 7, I got it like the first year, toward the end of the first year I was here. So I think I've got 3 years left on it. But it's much easier to get a passport with a passport, active
Yeah.
passport.
Well, with
So
an ad,
don't let them lapse.
yeah, mine's probably more than 20 years lapsed.
Yeah. You gotta start all over.
Nah, I mean it's still same kind of information with pictures the same. You know,
Yeah, you look just like you used
I
to.
look just like I did 25 years ago.
Yeah, I remember I had to go to I went to Walgreens, and a little drugstore, and
Right, Peter?
they have a white screen. They'll take your picture,
Yeah,
and I had to send that with it and everything. So
we'll go with that. A little shade.
ICE detention. Yeah.
That was cool.
Mm.
Glenfiddich 12 cherry.
All right. Well, these last ones, we're going to spin them faster, so it's unpredictable. You just have to hurry up and get those hashtags in there. Right now, it's hashtag Echo. If you want to be in on the spin, I am going to go get the sample giveaway good right now. I am adding names. Top Dog. Oops. Has 20 entries.
Kathy Bates is not a mullet. I've never had a mullet in my entire life.
There's Top Dog. Now it's Lori. With
That's
10
good.
entries.
The proof on that's got to be low. It'd be like 40, 43.
And Kathy Bates.
So 86. I thought so. It's above across the Niagara and Amherst. Oh, okay.
All right. The wheel is good. Let me circle these.
Who is Taylor Boone?
Who
In there
is
for
Taylor Boone? I got it.
Thank you, sir.
Taylor B.
You may need to get with that man and
One is for the wheel right there. We're putting it down right now.
All right, Kathy. The bourbon engineer there.
I got it right after I do this.
All right.
And then.
Oh, man, that's good.
Okay, got that one. And then circle it. And then bourbon engineer. All right. Let me go ahead and circle that so I can do this.
Fruity. Oh, Kathy Bates back in there too.
I will fix that.
Soon as you spin.
Okay, got that one. Let me go back up to Kathy Bates. Oh, shit. Okay. And.
Hydration is key.
Okay, 20 there. Circle that. I think I'm good. I'm good. Everything's circled. The circle means I have them on the wheel.
All right. Got to call. All
right. So we're good for the samples for now. Now I need to spin. So let me. Eventually, when I retire. Yeah, I was talking to somebody here who lives somewhere in, I don't know, somewhere in Tennessee or Georgia or somewhere. I was going to go stop by and see him, and I can't. It's been a month.
Well, Peter White, if you're going to head down to my neck of the woods, wait till like late in the fall.
All right, here we go. We're spinning this one. Echo.
Because you won't want to come down here in the summertime.
Entry.
You just melt.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
+1 on Lori.
Mm-hmm.
And that means +1 on the next person.
What doesn't double?
Yeah. But I mean that +1.
Oh,
Or
okay.
+2 if they already have, right? Oak and agave, see.
Agave.
Oak and agave. Oak and agave.
Congratulations there.
+1. See, they got one for that and then that.
And +1.
And
Gotcha.
plus, yeah. Now we are getting entries to the wheel, baby.
Yeah, okay, good.
Oh, let me mark that one off. And
Mr. Jigs, cheers, brother. Good to see you.
now we are going to the number 2 is a yo-yo.
Why, yeah. Oh, they don't always come back. You know, you're walking the
Well,
dog.
you got to be skilled about it, but after a while, they always come back.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, yeah, Peter White. Don't come down here in the summertime. It is brutal.
If you throw it and jerk it too hard, it may come back and split your glasses, but you know,
That's
it's
true.
going to come back.
Oh, Okanagan, you spelt that wrong. You missed an O. I think it's right next to where the I
Oh,
is.
yo-yi. It's a yo-yo.
Yeah. Yo-yo's too close to that woman that messed up the Beatles for me.
Oh, Yoko Ono. That's what somebody was. He said, Yoko. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, not that one.
All right. I poured the rare breed, man. All right. We're in the high proof now.
You're kidding. Oh, very true. Very true. Oh,
Don't jerk it too hard. Yeah, don't jerk it too hard.
Jody, you missed Fulton's mom's Emily's birthday. She's 46 this year.
Damn it. I apologize.
Yeah, right. You're kidding. I heard her sing, "Oh no."
Oh, no. Wait, that was from South Park, right?
Go.
Wait, the dude that says, "Oh no," isn't that from South Park?
Yeah, I think so. What's it? I think it's what's it? South Park or Simpsons?
I think it's South Park. Isn't it South Park?
I think it's South Park. I think you're right. Oh no.
Yeah. Oh no.
I don't remember. I'm not the biggest TV movie guy, so
No, I watch certain episodes and I get a laugh out of it, you know. But I'm not a follower.
nah, me neither.
Yeah, Yoko and a Toyo before you go. There you go.
And she should go.
Oh, but make sure you film it with a GoPro.
There you go. Poet and didn't know it.
Pictures or it didn't happen.
There you go. Thank God we didn't have pictures back in the day when me and you was coming up.
We got away with so much shit because
yes,
nobody had cameras on their cell phones.
Mm-hmm. I mean, my first cell phone was a Nokia, and I don't think it even had a camera.
No, it had an antenna. You had to pull up after you flipped it.
And
you didn't even have
crappy way of texting too. I mean, you had to
pull it up.
You know, like 1 2 3 3 3 3 3 3 4 7 7 7 7. That was a pain in the butt to text. It was rough. Texting was rough back then, son. I'm telling you. Now you just hit a button and talk to text, especially if you're driving. It makes it easier. Yeah, thank you, Okanagan. Yeah, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you ain't already. Nothing like a bag phone. Yeah, those freaking bricks back in the day. Holy crap!
There, I couldn't say all that. I had to like type it all out. Yoko and a Toyo before you go filmed with a GoPro equals no. Don't paint yourself in that corner. Yeah.
Okanagan. I did have a flip phone after my Nokia got lost for a while.
Oh, I had
as much as my
I had
Nokia.
we had the phones before they flipped. They didn't even have a flip phone. We
Dude, they
had
didn't
a
have a flip.
brick with a. You had to pull up the antenna, and then they put the little hard antenna on it, and then they made the flippy phone with the hard antenna on it, and then
Yeah, but I mean those Nokias back in the day, you could chuck it against a wall and say hello.
Yeah,
You were fine,
Can
you
hear
know.
me now? Yeah.
Yeah. I left it out on the back porch for a month. I lost it. You know,
I developed a fucking skill. I developed a skill where I knew how many damn presses to make to type like come on over. You know, like two, like whatever. You know, you type numbers and letters would come up. I developed that skill and it was obsolete. It was like I could speak Greek or old fucking like Latin and shit, and it just went away.
Yep. Yeah, that first Motorola flip phone was pretty dang bulletproof.
Oh hell yeah! You could throw that. You could use it in a bar fight to hit someone in the forehead with it, and it would survive.
Yep. Smack them up against the temple and knock them out.
Mm-hmm. All right, I am going to spin because I can.
Might as well.
I know it's been kind of short. We've been talking about yo-yos, though. Good luck, everybody. This is worth one entry so far.
Hey, Big Daddy H in the house.
Oh, he finally made it. Sugar Kitty.
Again,
+1.
And we're going to spin it again.
We're going to spin it again.
I told you to get closer toward these last two draws.
Hey, it always happens. That's why I start spinning early. Big Daddy H. Look at him jump in here and get it.
Coming here late and still get some points.
That's right. He got a point for that one on the yo-yo. All right, here we go. We're going to set the last one up. And he's got a chance to get one of these too.
Right, Gawani? Rigged. Definitely rigged.
I almost can't type this without putting an exclamation mark at the end. But anyway, it's a boomerang.
Wow. If you throw it right, it'll come back. That's for sure.
Oh my God. Why did that do that? Hashtag. I got it.
Boom.
I thought I copied it. Must have hit the wrong damn thing. Boom.
There it is.
All right. So the wheel is good right now. We're going to do one more of these, and then we're going to spin for the samples. And whoever wins it between Top Dog Lori, Kathy Bates, who is Taylor Boone, and Bourbon Engineer is going to get to pick. And if you want some Rebecca Creek or
True that, Gawani.
I got you. I got the hookups. Oh, I got to take that now. Hang on. Boom. That was it. That was all of the slides I'm going to remove from studio. There we go. We're on Kaboom right now. Gawani said, me. What's me?
I don't know. He was definitely not first today. He was slacking.
Well, and I had a record of who was first. Oh, let me check this
Jody was first. I'm not
irrelevant
Jody.
tab over
Hardy
here.
was first today.
Sugar Kitty has 175 XP.
Shoot.
But Sugar
Yeah.
Kitty, Wigwag, and Bourbon Kitty, all three have 175 XP. I have no idea what that means, but they do.
Oh, with the crown thing on
Yeah, the
side your name
crown
or
thing.
whatever.
Josh Fritz, Peter White, and Kathy Bates, and Mrs. Lori J, and Mr. Richie J all have 150 XP of arbitrary bullshit that we don't know what it means.
No.
Then
I'm guessing
Fulton.
they're giving it to. I'm guessing they're giving it to Sugar Kitty just because of his age.
Well, okay. And then Okanagan. Well, Fulton has 125. Okanagave, Jimmy's Random, Who is Taylor Boone, Groovy Squirrels, Mr. Mom, Below Average Bourbon, a whole bunch of y'all. I can't read all these. I have 75.
Got Sugar Kitty in first place and Wigwag Workshop in second.
I don't know what all this means. They said it was beta.
Yeah,
But
I have no idea.
anyway.
What's up, Sean? Holgrave, how you doing, sir? Be sure to type in boom, hashtag boom.
Hashtag BOOM.
Yep.
As in boomerang.
They get you 1 point on the next bottle giveaway we do. Oh, yes, true. Right, Sugar Kitty.
Cananananananda.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sugar Kitty's a youngster. Yep, that makes me a youngster too. If Sugar Kitty's a youngster to Peter White, then me and this guy are definitely youngsters then.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm glad to be a youngster. That means I get to live longer than you.
I don't know. Seems like shit's going to hell in a handbasket. So
Could be. But theoretically.
Theoretically, yeah. Well, maybe be all right. Maybe we can take more vacations here sometime soon. You know, that'd be a huge plus.
Well, we're going to go till about 25
right,
on this. I'm going to spin it, and then we'll do the samples giveaway. Now, if you don't know, if you're just joining, if you haven't been in, super chat, super sticker, you have a few more minutes. I'm going to give away samples. It's anything on the shelf, really. I mean, it's what goes. My first thought was I was going to give a 3 samples of the Rabbit Hole, the High Gold, the Cave Hill, and Derringer, but I have E.H. Taylor, I have Heaven's Door Ascension, I have Elijah Craig 18 year, I have Rebecca Creek, which you cannot get anymore. I have bourbons from very unique areas, Little Rock, Arkansas. I have bourbons from Maine, Connecticut, places like that. So we can figure it out, but I'll send you 3 2-ounce samples of something. Super chat, super sticker only. We're going to spin for that in about 5 minutes.
Right.
So that gets you in there. Also, it's 2 entries per every $1 to the spin, and you get the same 2 entries for the bottle giveaway on July 24th.
Okay. Oh, best of luck to you there, Fulton. Get them. Come in first place, brother. You can do it.
Yep, WD-40 and tennis balls. I think the WD-40 is for my knees and hips, and the tennis balls are for the bottom of the walker.
Yeah, that way you can kind of slide her along there. You know, good to go.
Yeah. But
Jody, don't forget to hydrate now.
All right, I got it.
John Holgrave is in.
I got to write this whole thing down.
Just put in Sean H.
No, yeah. I need to know, because when I look at this 2 days from now, I need to know to put Holgrave.
Well, yeah, true. You're right. Yeah, because I got Lori on my list of samples that I need to send out, and I don't know if it's Lori J, Miss Lori J, Lori that the other Lori. There's like 2 or 3 Loris in chat, so I'm like,
Yeah, I'm very careful about all this.
yeah. He's definitely better at this than I am, for sure.
All right, there's my alarm. So we're about to spin for the last hashtag, which is one
Mhm. And we might spend 2 or 3 times. We'll see.
We could. That's why I start now. Whoops.
John Huggrave, did you put in hashtag boom?
Well, it's too late now. I'm
It's too
spinning.
late now. It's spinning. And the winner is
Who is Taylor
Taylor
Boone?
Boone. Nice.
That is the first one.
That's the first time. Hey, if you're going to win one, last one's good.
Yep. Well, it used to be.
It used to be worth a lot more than it is now.
Yeah, well, it's only worth one now. Okay. But Sean Holtgrave is still in for the samples. Now, what
Urban Engineer, just holler at me, brother.
was
I
one
give you
entry
whatever you need.
to the bottle giveaway, but not the samples. So we're about to spin for the samples. So here we go.
Mm-hmm.
These are the samples I'm giving away tonight. And whether you win or not, you're still in for the bottle giveaway on
Yes, sir.
July 24. I'm just shuffling. I'm not even counting. And I'm going
go. Spinning, spinning, spinning.
And the winner of tonight is going to be
Can't see it at all.
Sean.
Sean! Look at that. Come in right at the last minute and won the samples. That's awesome.
All right, I gotta have that written down. Now, what I need Sean to do.
Run your little banner across the bottom.
I'm about to do it. Hang on. Let me get rid of this.
With the email address.
I am about
get a hold of that guy at this email address. And
right there.
There it is.
There it is.
Send him your info.
2019 at gmail.com. Just send me one. And if your email is not obvious that you're Sean Holtgrave, say, "This is Sean Holtgrave. I won the samples."
There you go.
Thing.
Yeah.
I mean, because your email could be
cool running.
Hawk to it. You got to spit on that thing at gmail.com. I don't know.
Hey, you never can tell, Oh. All right. I think I'll have me I'll tell you what. I changed my mind.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to have to reach back over here.
He's going to switch gears.
Get this dark green bottle.
All right. I got the Oogie. All right. I got the 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. And guess what? I'm going to hold off. I still have some rare in here.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to hold off on that tonight. Yeah. Man, I was going to do the Oogie. But remember earlier when I poured that extra pour?
Oh, dang, Fulton.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. There's some smokiness. My goodness.
I will figure out who is the real one.
Who's the real Sean Holtgrave?
Yeah.
Urban Engineer, like I said, give me a holler. I believe you got my number. If you don't, your next door neighbor does. I'm looking forward to Top Dog. I sent him some wild cherry pieces. I cut down a whole wild cherry tree before I came from Kentucky to here. So it's been aging here in Texas for like 10 years in the Texas heat. So it's dried out. It's like a stave. It's dried really nicely. And what I do is I cut it into smaller chunks. You know, I cut a chunk of wood about this big or so, or yeah, about that big, say 6 inches, and then I'll split it into little bitty pieces. You know, about ½ inch by ½ inch, and then I throw that on my barbecue pit for the smoke, cooking brisket and butts and beef ribs and all kinds of different things. But I sent some to him because he put it in his oven and he toasted those. And I'm not sure if he charred them afterwards, but then he's put those into, he's got some smaller, like 5-gallon barrels, and he's aging some whiskey with that in there as a flavor additive, like a finish.
Awesome.
So I'm
Well,
super
guess
looking
what?
forward to trying that out.
Guess what, Mark?
Yes, sir.
You
What?
just talked too much. It's time to, throw the
Oh.
peace sign and let's get out of here.
All
Hey,
right.
guys, hope you had a great time. That was the show for tonight. See us back here next week.
All right. Peace, love, and whiskey, y'all. Cheers.